One reason why I do live stream outside, it's because I get to breathe. The air is just different here than in my room. And side note, I I have my voice not in the optimum health. So I think that's why the voice does is not coming out right. And I do want to speak in a much louder volume, but I can't seem to do that. So I want to share like something that I have today, which is at some point I feel like I'm in a cage. I have so many things I need to do, but I don't have any energy, resources, whatever that is that can help me to do the thing. That eventually I'm just here in my mind stumbling into like, how can we do this without being so pressured to do it? And I get to see myself as I still want to do it, but I just don't know how I want to do it. And little did I know that I put myself in this situation, so I can't blame anyone. I know that I can tap into a different power source, like I told you a few days ago or yesterday. The time is blur right now. I don't really remember when I talk about things because I've been doing this every day, and also like I also feel that time is moving faster. At some point I just flow through the day like I did so many things, but I actually just focusing on one. And it's fascinating because this world is actually moving a lot faster than usual because the things that we are experiencing making us going inward and going asking about all of the things. Is this the truth? Is that the truth? Is this the truth? And I think like uh someone here has told me about that. Are you AI? And I'm like, I'm not AI. And I don't know. And time moving faster. And then I have like million things to do, and it just like make me feel like, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do this? Because I'm not even doing anything else. And one thing about being caged in your own mind is that it's not real. At some point, it feels like it, but in truth, it's not real. You can see all of the things that you say to yourself, like you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do that. But essentially, all of that can be done in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, and the step can be simpler than I think. And I know this because I once have this experience and I'm just like, okay, I just follow the list and then I follow it and it's like half an hour later I finish doing all of the thing. And I'm like, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. But the thing is that for quite a while, like I think like since 2018, since I have my breakthrough in healing every shit that I have, I decided that I want to live this life in playful way. I want it to be fun. I want it to be at ease. I want to be peaceful when I'm doing my life. I don't want to be caged in this feeling of anger, anxiety, stress, pressure, responsibility. Responsibility is a neutral range, but it still have this pressure that you need to stand on and you cannot not do it, so it still fall into responsibility and eventually you do it, but just in what kind of energy did you do it? I usually do it in a disciplined manner. I usually do it in a thought of, you know what, just let's just get it done. It doesn't matter how we feel, it doesn't matter how we think about it, it's just something that we need to get done, and it's done. Ta-da! There's no fulfillment in that area. So I decided to change because I have been living my life in such an extreme negative way. Because instead of being energized by the things that I do, being passionate about the things that I do, I just falling into the cliff. I just don't know why I'm feeling so hopeless and feeling like everything is going to get me. You know, that feeling like you are the only person that need to stand on your shit. No one else will. And I'm like, that doesn't sound nice. Exactly. That's why I change. And the moment I start to feel like I want this to be fun, whenever I don't feel fun, I actually stop myself because no, I don't want to live by that idea anymore because it's not fun. So, how do we actually make it playful? How do we actually make it fun? I thought about it because the things that I need to do is not that hard. The list can be simpler. One way to see it is it's not that hard. You can just do it, feeling the fun of it, and it's done. But how do we make it fun? So I don't know if you have this privilege, but I have it in my own disposition, is that I am someone who can command my feelings, meaning that I can manipulate it in such a way that, okay, I don't want to feel this, I want to feel this instead. And I can like tap into that emotion, let it flow through my system, and I'm like, I'm there. It's really easy to actually hypnotize myself, to manipulate, to command. There are many ways to say it. Manipulate is a lot, has a really negative definition in the world, but I personally use manipulation. And when I soften it up, it's actually command, but it's not really command. I don't put my emotion to be in a different place than myself because what happened inside of me, I'm the one who's creating it. So I manipulate it, not really changing the flow, just like intuitively know that this can also mean this, which is manipulation in itself. And hypnotizing is somewhat the process of it. How to know where to tap the feelings from, how to double it down, how to let the system work it for ourselves. That's it. But you can choose whatever words is feeling true for you because I have a really negative definition about my life, and that's why I always fall into the really negative words. And someone out there would, that's not actually how people say the thing. I have so many time I have so many experience where when someone said to me, if you're here trying to influence people, impact people in a positive way, you can't say it in that way. And I'm like, okay, understandable. And I try to say it in the a lot effortless way, a lot easier way to digest. And it feels more aligned for most people. So I do that instead of saying it my way. But manipulation is what I did to the things that I have a couple hours ago. And I decided to fun, how to feel fun. You know that feeling fun is easy because when we are a child, we are playing a lot. And that feeling stays if you remember what things that were fun for you. And when you get to do it that way, you can extract the feeling and start doubling it down even more without actually doing the thing, which is a good thing if you have a memory about the time when you have fun. That's one thing. What else did I write? I think like I write three other things that could possibly be the way. Now, as I said before, you don't necessarily need to do it this way. You can see what is happening within your reality and see what is available. And if you like to go slightly outside your zone, then you can actually just do that. What did I write here? This is when I tap into something I almost forgot. I have the privilege to choose how I feel. This is not what I write. Actually, every draft that I write for the live stream, I send it to cloud to make it simpler and make it something that is more readable, because sometimes I write in in a puzzle. And also like you can think it as a game, because when you play a game, when you do this task, because the task is really certain, like you do this and then you get that, you do this and you get that. And when you think about it in real life, what makes it what make it that certainty is actually the pull within yourself. So in the game, you know the list of the things that you need to get done, but in your in the real life, you actually tap into like, I feel more yes to this one right now. We can feel more to many yeses, but if one is the strongest among many, then that's the one that you need to do right away. And that's fun if you have the feeling. Now, I'm not saying that you need to change whatever you are experiencing, but there are many ways to go there. Now, one way is actually thinking like a game and understanding where is the true pull within yourself. That's interesting. I didn't write it that way. Now, this is interesting. Whenever I write something, I say it differently. I cannot stick to a script, to be honest. It's bugging me, but also like kind of like um a gift in disguise, because it's not great to be like so all over the place, but that's just my style and something that I need to embrace because that's just who I am. Mm. And also like if you have this tendency to put things on the list, and then when you start like, okay, we can check this off, we can check this off, we can check this off. There is sometimes some kind of excitement in that, because we get to see, oh, we've done all of the things for the day and we get to do something else. We are being so productive and it's so great. I didn't do it this way because at some point I see the list as something that is pressuring me. But I do have those moments too. When I was a kid, I have so many homework. My voice is not coming out right. I have those homework that just like too many, so I put it on the list and then I scratch one, scratch two, and it's so um, exciting to actually do that. But eventually, when I grow up, the things that I thought at first change, and the list become useless, and I'm just like, I this list doesn't work anymore. So I kind of like tap into that idea. Sometimes I still use it for groceries. If you go to groceries and then there are too many things to buy and you kind of forget in the middle, it's probably better for you to have a list. And that's very wonderful. Oh, That's a very wonderful experience to do it. But less as a task. I think like we can do that more. And just like, but here's the thing, this one doesn't work if you feel pressure. I understand that. I feel it myself. But the thing that make it work is because you have a system that you have built before that makes everything undeniably difficult if you are not following the list. What I mean by that is that you feel okay with having a list. I just remember the time when I am feeling okay with the list. And it's a time when I was still serene. I am not in my suffering mode. Hmm, I missed that time. Kind of want to actually jump in that again. And now we are feeling more at ease and more playful with it. And I think like this is why parents make memories with their kids. So the kids, whenever they are having a hard time, they can just remember the time when they are not. But the worst thing about my memory is that at some point it becomes so twisted that I just don't want to remember it. I don't know if you have this, but yeah. What else did I write? Oh yeah, the grounding. Like sometimes when the joy wasn't in destination, it wasn't a doing. So there is this term in the grounding method is that you are focusing on your present and you see forward, you see yourself, you see the things that you need to do, and you get to let the sensation of you doing the things, the skin touching on the pen, the skin touching on the pad, your keyboard, whatever it is that you're working on, and that sensation is what you're focusing on. So you're taking your minds off of your head and you just let your body feel the flow. So that's the thing. And also like this is jumping into a different way, which is like at the end of everything, there are accomplishment that you feel about having that experience. And I felt this when I was literally cleaning the shit of my cats. So I'm like, I can't believe I'm cleaning a cat shit right now. Exactly. Like, can you believe it? If you don't have cats, well, why would you clean someone else's poo? But I have them, and I am cleaning it, and I'm like, I can't believe I have cats right now, which is a weird time to be grateful. But either way, I am grateful. Gratitude comes when I'm actually cleaning my cat shit, which is awesome because it's not the most exciting things to clean up, but we need to do it eventually. And that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of gratitude is also what gets to be fun. If you tell someone else out there about your story and you tell all your accomplishment, I mean just have fun. And I have those moments of being so in my ego that I just want to tell every accomplishment that I have. And it feels powerful, to be honest. But also like I have a tendency to be so much in my head, so much in my ego, so I tend to not do that anymore. But when I do, I try to do it with grace, with peace, with harmony, with coherence, because I'm not here telling my own accomplishment because of I want to show off. I'm here to also share the possibility that you can do it too. So there are some trade on that I decided to do because I have too much ego. And it shows in my behavior, and it sucks when it happens because people can smell it and people become distasteful about it, and they said it to my face. And I have that happen. And it makes me it makes me that is it makes me into someone who cannot blend into the society. The sun is up. So yeah, that's one of the ways. So being fun. If this is something that is important in your life, and somewhere in some form right now you are not in your fun mode, there are ways to tap into your funness moment that let you feeling playful. So I hope you get something from this, because I speak in not coherent way because of my voice too. I kind of lost my voice trying not to actually make such a importance about it, but I can't make it that way because I literally straining myself right now. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow.